Hi everyone, Darrell Aune back with the head coach of the Wolves, Arne Ferguson. We have a lot to discuss today. First and foremost is a thrilling victory. What a great college football game it was against Humboldt State. For the fans, and you had a lot of fans, Arne, at this game, big plays by both sides, momentum changes by both sides, finally coming down to the end of the game where they have a chance to win the game, throwing the ball in the end zone. And we all exhaled when Miguel Gonzalez made the interception, which finally sealed the victory. But big win for your team.
It was really a great offensive performance on both sides. Defensively, our DBs didn't play to their capability until the very end when Miguel came up with a great play in the end zone. And then also Caleb Singleton, GNAC Player of the Week, also had a pick in the end zone. I really felt those two crucial plays dictated the game. I thought Josh Riddle and our receivers really started to play like we all know they can, with the precision and accuracy and a lot of big plays, but also a lot of medium plays, short plays that turned into 6, 8, 10 yards. So
Shawnee K, as you guys refer to him, Sean Kalainamoku comes back. Looked like his old self in this game, didn't he, Coach?
Yeah. He's very special with the ball in his hands. Get the ball in his hands, whether it's a short pass or a curl or even a vertical route, he can really do some things. And really, he's been hampered most midway through the season. And to get him back to the level of performance where he can really open up some things. And he really, what he does is, because of the attention that he draws, opens up Justin Orr, opens up Sean Fullerton, and that's very important in our offense.
Let's mention that Josh Riddle is the GNAC Player of the Week. Congratulations to him. He made one throw in that game, Coach, that I was talking with your offensive coordinator Ryan O'Malley on our radio post-game show about that. You can't throw the ball any better than he did to Terrell Thompson in the corner of the end zone. That was pretty well covered, and he zipped it in there. That was a great pass.
Yeah, I think there's really two crucial plays that he did. One's that throw that in the end zone versus a safety versus Tyrell, running back, going out into a ghost formation. Great pass, right on the money. But also a fourth down, third down play right in front of us, about on the 35, where Josh is scrambling. Sean Fullerton comes back, high ball, jumps up and catches it, and the DB's got great coverage, but the ball placement and also Sean Fullerton just getting 2 feet down, even though you need one, got them both down right in front of us, allowed that drive to continue. Both those plays really summed up where Josh is really playing the best of his football right now.
Wildcat formation produced some good plays. You've stumbled running the ball at times during the season, but I assume you were encouraged by the running of DJ Jackson in this game.
Yeah. Our O-line didn't run the football early as well as we'd like, so it puts a lot more pressure on our receivers and our quarterbacks, and they responded in a big way. And then as the game progressed, to see DJ being able to have a little more command of the Wildcat formation, because there's some reads he's got to make, to see him go vertical and really establish that as a big part of our offense. I think he had almost 92 yards rushing in the game.
Defense, Caleb Singleton, Player of the Week in your league.
Yeah.
Unusual, you get both the offensive player and the defensive player of the week. That's terrific. Caleb makes 10 unassisted tackles and 16 total tackles in this game.
Caleb has really become a very, very good tackler. It's not just to somebody, he's actually going through them. So his level of performance in tackling and being around the football is getting better and better. He did have a couple miscues, even though his GNAC Player of the Week, we're still not happy about that, because normally he's not that type of player that makes mental mistakes, and he had a couple, and so did our other safety that we need to fix, and we'll fix this week, especially going into Central Washington.
Let's talk about Central Washington. Played 2 quarterbacks against you 3 weeks ago. The guy they brought in off the bench, Cole Morgan, did a very nice job, brought them back in the second half. And they're different types of QBs, aren't they, Coach?
Yeah, and before getting to quarterbacks, just the parity of our league. Humboldt's played Central extremely tough. We've played Central extremely tough. Us two playing together, a very close ball game. And then going into our last game against Central Washington, who is #2 in the nation, #1 in our region. We do have the toughest region in the United States. We're going to see 2 quarterbacks that we think are pretty much very different. One's a senior, Morgan, very smart, very good command of things, and throws a very accurate ball. And the other Robinson is really a quicker release. Also, we think he's a little bit better athlete. So we're not sure how it's all going to pan out, but we definitely have to have two game plans going against them, because we thought Morgan came in the second half and played was really the difference of that game, first time.
Their defense is outstanding too, isn't it?
Yeah. They have three extremely good linebackers and an extremely good D-line, with very solid to a safety that we think is one of the best safeties in the league also. So their defense is very solid. You have to earn things, and they're going to mix things up with blitz and also with coverage. So both our defenses are similar. I think that their linebackers and D-line have a chance to be bigger and a little more physical, but I felt last time we played, our offense was able to move some things around to cause them some problems.
They have clinched your league, won our league, undefeated 5-0. So regardless of whether they win or lose on Saturday, they will be going to the playoffs. And I assume you feel they can win games in the playoffs, huh?
Yeah, I think, and here's a simple example, is Abilene Christian 2 weeks ago was the #1 team in the nation. West Texas beat them in a close ball game. West Texas played Central early in the year and was behind 31-zip at halftime, and then being 34-10. So that gives you an idea of things, and Abilene may not make the playoffs. So a team that, an Abilene Christian example also beat early Northwest Missouri, who's a predominant always in the playoffs. They're #2 in our region now. So the parity of things, and also the respect of our GNAC, as Central has crossed over, we have in the past with Kingsville, but to get those games outside and/or playoff games will really help our GNAC and help the future of our league.
This is what college football is about, a rematch, two teams that played right to the wire before, one of them being undefeated, etc. Which leads me to my final question. When you play teams twice, which you have to do every year in your league, how much do you have to change things the second time around, or is that just dependent on how the game goes?
I think you have to go in with different game plans, and I think you have to self-scout yourself and to know exactly what they feel like they're going to see. And then when it comes down to it, you look at who your players are that are making plays and what they're trying to do. And it is difficult if you talk to people in the NFL. Playing somebody twice is not necessarily an easy task. So people think that it's easier. It's actually harder to play someone twice. We played Central. Humboldt just got that game where the first game and the second game were totally two different things. And to see the progress of both teams, especially offensively, we feel that their offense is really progressing, and their defense is, as we know, is extremely good.
Okay, thanks, Coach. Head coach of the Wolves, that's Arne Ferguson.